welcome back to my channel. If you are new, thank you for tuning in. So very quickly, I just want to address my subscriber count continues to go up, which just floors me, and it's fantastic. But for those of you who are new, I kind of wanted to tell you the format of my DIYs. So basically, at the front end of the video, I will share with you what the project is, give you the timestamp, because I know some people are like, enough with the intro, just get to the thing that you were trying to show us. So I will give you that timestamp as well as tell you what I'll be talking about in my chit chats. I've gotten so much positive feedback. A lot of you like these little chit chats that I do at the front end or the back end or both of the video. And basically all the chit chats are just like updates on upcoming projects, perhaps if I've tweaked a project, or asking for opinions, as well as showing you any little Instagram projects that I do that are really just don't warrant like a whole long tutorial. I'll just take you through and say, hey, this is what I did. It's super simple, it's super easy. So yeah, that's kind of the format of my DIYs, and yes, you guys seem to really like that. So, okay, so with that being said, let's get into today's project. Again, a disclaimer for those of you who didn't hear me talk about floral arrangement. Floral arrangement is my weakness. I suck at it. I am not afraid to admit that. I just suck at floral arrangement. It takes me forever to get it right, and so we'll just leave it at that. So this is not fully done, but it's gonna give you an idea of what we're going for. And that is the miniature version of my large candy canes. If you did not see my Dollar Tree large candy cane tutorial, I will link that down below. But what we're going for now is just a mini version of those large ones. Now, these are all wrapped with fabric, which I just love this look. I made a bunch of these last year, and honestly, I don't know why none of my large ones in my bucket aren't wrapped with fabric. So, but what I'll do is I'll take you through the tutorial, show you guys how to make these, as well as share with you some tips that I got worked out when I was trying to stake these. I will say that I don't know what I was gonna say. Probably just nothing really important, to be honest. Okay, so let's just get to the timestamp if you want to get straight to this. The rest of you, let me update you on the Christmas tree sign, the Lazy Susan, and then I've got some Instagram projects that I'll probably put those at the end. Okay, Christmas tree sign. So I told you guys I was going to make 2 of the Farm Fresh Christmas tree signs. If you are new and you're not really sure what I'm talking about, 2 Dollar Tree hauls ago, I'll link that video down below. I went through and basically said, these are my plans, these are the projects coming up. And so if you kind of want to get more information, check out that video. Anyway, so I ordered something from Etsy for the sign that's going to be like $25 to $30, and it has not come in yet. It is way past the deadline of when it should come in. So I did reach out to her. She did get back to me, and they did have a family issue, which is fine. But she couldn't really guarantee when it was coming. So I'm on a holding pattern for that. If I don't get shipping notification by this Sunday, I'm going to go ahead and whip out the other one, which a lot of the stuff comes from Dollar Tree. And then I'll just put up a picture on Instagram of the other sign, as well as probably put it in a chit chat to just show you what the differences are. So that's the update on that. The Lazy Susan, I feel like I need to take a deep breath before I talk about the Lazy Susan. Okay, the Lazy Susan. So over the weekend, I decided, you know, I probably need to try to make a miniature version of this because I didn't want to ruin the big pieces of wood and all the other stuff. So I did, okay? It was one of those projects where it was like smooth sailing and you're like, oh my gosh, like I'm a DIY rock star. Like I didn't even have to do any research on this. And then you get a setback, and then it kind of comes back up and you're going great, and then another setback. So it wasn't awful, but it wasn't fun. I will say that if I had to have put if I filmed it and had to put a title on it, it probably would have been something like, I don't know, DIY gone wrong, chiseling is not as fun as it looks, pebbles suck, Courtney, you're crazy, hashtag this video needs to be censored. Bleep, 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 bleep. Seriously, I don't know. So I'm determined. I have told you guys when I get something in my head, I'm determined to make it work. Let's just say it was probably on like a 7th grade boy in wood shop level. We'll just call it that. Like on the first day of school of wood shop. Like a kid that's never done any type of woodworking on the first day of school and a boy in junior high. So just take all that in. That's what it was. Okay, anyway, so I promise I will be relentless to get that out. I'm really trying hard. My goal is within the next 2 weeks. That is my goal, so that you guys have time to make it as a Christmas gift, because a lot of you said you wanted to do that, and I think that's a great idea. Okay, so there's that. This intro is super long, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop here, get ready to do the supplies and the tutorial. At the end of this video, I will share with you kind of what I put up on Instagram. And just so you know, if you follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is kind of like a teaser, I guess you'd call it, of what I'm currently working on. Like, I'm about to put up a picture of one of the books, that book project I told you I was working on, about taking a Dollar Tree book and making it old looking. I'm about to post a picture of one of the books that I just did. So if you kind of want to know where I'm at, like behind the scenes, Instagram is the place to be, because you'll get a little more information from me there. Okay, so let me get the camera ready, and then we'll get into the supplies, the tutorial, and then I'll come back and show you my 2 Instagram projects. All right, let's go. All right, let's go through the supplies. I'm going to show you, first of all you need if all you want to do is the candy cane, and then I'll go a little further and show you what all you'll need if you want to make it an arrangement. So you obviously need to pick up some of the plastic candy canes. Each one has 6. I would recommend 5 to 6 candy canes if you are going to make the arrangement. You can also pick up the large ones if you want. This is the fabric that I have, so let me kind of zoom you in here and show you. It's a red and cream large check, red and cream small check, cream with red stars, green plaid, kind of a tannish cream with white polka dots. And then I really like this one because if you wrap it just right, it looks like stripes on a candy cane. That's kind of a red and tannish. And then this is a bright red check. I got all these at Hobby Lobby. I would say on the amount, you could, if you're just gonna do small candy canes, with 1/8 of a yard, you probably can get, I don't know, 4 or 5. I'll have more information in the actual tutorial once I start doing that. But for the small, you could probably get away with 1/8 a yard, but if you're gonna do large, I'd say go ahead and get a 1/4. I think most of these are a 1/4 of a yard. Some of this fabric I already had, which may be a little bit more, but you'll definitely be safe with a 1/4 of a yard. I know Dollar Tree does have some like rolls of fabric I've seen, white, and I've seen some other ones, so you might look there. You might be able to get some fabric that way, but you can get that for pretty cheap. And this is just cotton, nothing fancy, just the cheap cotton ones that are usually always 30 or 40% off at Hobby Lobby. Okay, and then you'll just need a glue gun. And that is all you need if all you're gonna do is just the candy cane. And then if you wanna have any greenery or twine or bows to tie to it, of course, that. Now, if you're gonna go further and do the arrangement, you're obviously gonna need some sort of container to put it in, and you're gonna need some sort of foam to do. Now, the greenery. Originally, I bought just, let me show you so you can kind of have an idea here. That, okay, for each one, I bought 1 thing of greenery and 1 thing of this. I can tell you that is not enough. Now that's for this container. Obviously, depending on the size of your container, you're gonna need to vary that. But if you're doing some sort of, I'm saying this shape, I think 3 to 4 would be ideal. 3 would probably be really good. 4, you can make it work. It might be a little full. The other thing I just picked up to work in are just these plain pieces of the Dollar Tree, you know, what is this called? I don't even know what it's called. Stuff that you can certainly work in there, you know, and kind of have it coming out like that. So you could also use that to kind of fluff up your arrangement. So I would say 3 to 4 pieces of greenery. Moss, if you want to put here, I don't know that it's necessary, honestly, by the time you cram the greenery and you have the leaves and stuff, but in case you want it. Lights, if you want to work lights into it. And then I just got those at Dollar Tree. Some wire, some floral tape, and some sort of dowel or floral picks to attach to the candy canes to get them in there and stake down. Again, those were purchased from Dollar Tree. So that's everything that you will need. And then I'd also recommend a very good pair of scissors. A pair of fabric scissors if you have them, preferably, just because when you're cutting the strips of fabric, it'll go a lot smoother than if you are using dull scissors. So there you go, those are the supplies. So let me get the camera set up, and again, I will take you through the tips, strategy, procedure to make these small ones, and then I'll go a little further and show you kind of how I attach it. But guys, I'm telling you, don't expect much when it comes to the arranging part of the tutorial. because yeah, we all know how that goes. All right, guys, so let me get the camera set up and the fun part. So working with that same strip of fabric, now it's just time to start fraying it. So all you have to do is just start pulling the little threads. You only need to do it on one side of the fabric. You can rip, you can tear, there's nothing you can do to this to make it look bad. So literally you just pull it enough to however much fray you want to have on the candy cane. Okay, and now we're ready to go ahead and wrap it. So again, I'm using the same technique I did to start. Hot glue at the bottom and attaching it basically to where the fray is kind of hanging past the end of the candy cane. And then I'm just going to simply wrap it overlapping the piece of fabric before. You can space it out as much as you want and you just keep wrapping it till you get to the top and then secure the top. Another tip here is you do not have to double wrap these candy canes. You certainly could just skip that first step I did and just go straight to this fraying step. The reason I double wrap mine is when you wrap it with just one strip of fabric, you can kind of see the little bumps and ridges of the candy cane, and I didn't really like that. So that's why I choose to double wrap mine. And once you have secured the ends here, then you can kind of go back and just run your hands over the fray, kind of push it up like I'm doing here. You can still pull strings off of it even when it's attached to the candy cane, and there you go, it's all ready to go. Now, if you want to go further and make this an arrangement, I did several different ways of trying to attach the candy canes, and this is the best way. First, take your candy cane and hot glue it to the tip of one of the Dollar Tree dowel rods. Once you've done that, go ahead and secure it with some wire. It definitely needs this. Just trust me when I say that. You're going to secure it with the wire. And then basically what you're going to do is just go ahead and do the same technique with wrapping the fabric, except you'll kind of start at the base of the candy cane and include the dowel rod in it. It will not be noticeable in the actual arrangement, but this just kind of gives it the little extra security that it needs and to make it super stable on the stick. Ta-da! Here is my arrangement. So basically you just stake it all in there, arrange it how you want it. I added some lights, I have the greenery in there, and then I'll probably mess with this for quite a while to get it just right. As far as the container, you might notice that I did paint it with one coat of chalk paint, and it gave it that kind of distressed look naturally, so that worked out great. All right, guys, so let's get into my little Instagram project. So this one, this sign represents me to the core, y'all. Seriously, here it is. 13.1 hours, my longest Netflix binge. Like, seriously. Okay, first of all, I am not a runner. I have a lot of friends who are runners, though, that do Ironmans and all that good stuff, but oh my gosh, you guys. This is me, like so much me. This sign was super easy to make. You can make it with any kind of sticker. I don't put stickers on my car, any kind of bumper. I've never ever put any kind of bumper sticker or anything on my car. So really you could do it with any kind of sticker. And all I did was get one of these wooden little plaque things from Hobby Lobby. And I want to say it came in a 2-pack and it was like $2.99, I think. And all I did was I painted the whole thing black. Then I attached the sticker with E6000 glue and just smoothed it down. Then I went back and I went over it with white paint, and then I just hit it with my sanding block, and that's it, guys. That's all I did to it, and I absolutely love it. I leave it in my craft room because it just makes me happy. So there you go. That was one of them. The other one is how I transformed the little Target truck. So here we go. Here is the truck. You guys have probably seen these, green or navy, I think. So what I did was I got some of the alphabet blocks from Dollar Tree, and I covered like with fabric and just tied it with some twine, painted, oops, that one fell over, painted one, sanded it. This is the Jenga block. So the Jenga blocks come in this color or like a natural wood color. So I just left this one, this dark brown. And then I got the little tree from Hobby Lobby, but I saw today at Dollar Tree, they actually have like miniature trees, so you could get those there. And then the sign on the side, this is just one of those wooden squares. It comes in a huge pack from Hobby Lobby of different little size flat squares. This is the 1 inch by 1 inch, so I just made the little sign on the computer, downsized it to 1 inch by 1 inch, Mod Podged it on here with matte Mod Podge, and then dry brushed it, if you guys can see. Can I get it to focus? Dry brushed it with some brown paint, and that was it. And then I put one on each side. And that's how I did it. I attached it with a removable glue dot from Dollar Tree. So they sell the blue pack and the green pack. The green pack are the removable ones. And it just, that way, it makes it sturdy, like it's on there good, but I can still pop it off and then use the truck year round. Because originally I was gonna glue all this stuff down, but I thought, you know, I might want the option to be able to use it other times of the year. And so I'll probably go and make kind of like a little set of signs. So that would make a cute little gift for someone too, is, you know, you give them the truck and then make like, you know, 6 different little signs that they could interchange with the stuff for it. That would be a really cute gift. The other one, oh, tree fell out. It's pretty similar. It's just this little red check fabric, and then the Jenga block that I painted. This was a natural color. And then I had some wooden blocks too in here. This was, again, from Hobby Lobby, just natural color. I just had a few of those left over from a different project. So there we go. All right, guys, so that is kind of everything I wanted to show you today. I did want to say I have been getting a lot of questions. So you guys have like eagle eyes, and I'm totally guilty of doing this when I watch YouTube videos. Like I'm always scanning the background, you know, I'm like checking out the stuff to kind of see, oh, I want that, or oh, I bet I could make that, or that kind of stuff. So I've been getting kind of a lot of questions about some different tools I have, and just suggestions, or not suggestions, but just asking me specific questions about certain things. So within the next 2 videos, I'm going to go through and answer all those questions. I've kind of just been putting them all down on a list so I can answer them. So if you have a DIY type question that you want to ask me, feel free to leave it down below in the comments and I'll add it to my list. The other thing I wanted to say was on my Instagram, I know I told you guys it's kind of a teaser, but if you ever make a project on Instagram, and especially if it's like something that I did a tutorial on, but you kind of tweaked it or you did something different, please tag me, because I'm thinking during some of these chit chats, you know, I mean, I'll totally do a shout out. Like I have no problem doing that because it's a creative, you know, community. So if you know, make a project or you want me to see or whatever, please tag me, like seriously. And I will see about trying to throw those up every now and then so people can see other ideas and versions and DIY stuff. So all right, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you're having a great day. Bye.